Hi, you guys. This is Renata. This video will be part two of the video that I posted yesterday regarding California not being a good place for people who are targeted. In that video, I shared that one of the TIs, Lamont, had left a link to a lady living in San Francisco that was feeling suicidal, and he was concerned about her. And as I watched her video, the lady walks you to a cliff in the video that she says that she's going to jump from because she couldn't take the targeting anymore. And it was just overwhelming and it was too much and she had had enough and she was done. And it was devastating to watch. It was so devastating. Now, the good thing is that someone, after I posted that video, someone left a comment in the comment section saying that they knew who the lady was and that they believe that the lady is fine and that she did not commit suicide. So thank God. Thank God for that. But that video, watching her video brought up some emotions for me. And that's what prompted me to post that video yesterday because I was thinking about how extreme the targeting is here in California. And as I said in yesterday's video, my comment about California being so extreme was not to take away from anyone else's experience because no matter where you live in the world, if you're targeted, and it's extreme for you, no matter where you are, because the whole subject of targeting is extreme. But I just felt like California is so off the charts with the targeting, and I believe that it is because of the high concentration of witchcraft here and Satanism. And in yesterday's video, I talk about some of those areas of Satanism. We have Hollywood and the Bohemian Grove and all of that stuff. So if you did not see that video, please check it out. But one of the other things I said in that video is that I had more than one emotion and thought that had come up after I watched that lady's video yesterday, but I didn't want the messages to cross, and so I said that I would do a separate video from yesterday's, and so that's what this one is about. But before I go into this video, I want to say that if you are feeling suicidal at any time during your targeting, because it can just creep up on you. One day you can be fine, and then the next day you just feel overwhelmed because the targeting goes in peaks. Sometimes, it's manageable. None of it's ever good, don't get me wrong, but sometimes it's more manageable than others. At least I've noticed that with my own targeting. And so it can just creep up on you. Life can just become overwhelming and it can consume you real fast when you're dealing with this targeting. And so if you're ever feeling like that lady was in the video, please get some help for yourself. Just don't make any rash decisions. Stop, think it out rationally, because that most of the time that's really not what you want. When I was feeling suicidal because of this targeting, and I'm not feeling suicidal now, so let me just put that out there, and I haven't since that day. But when that particular day when I was feeling that way, I really didn't want to kill myself. I really didn't. But I felt so overwhelmed. And at that time, I didn't realize that I was officially being targeted. I just knew all this stuff was happening. And it was overwhelming. And I just didn't see a way out. I didn't know what to do. And I'm a person that does not even believe in suicide. I don't believe in it, never have. But because of everything I was going through, I felt that there was no other alternative. And so if you ever feel that way, reach out for help. Reach out. Reach out for help. If you have to call the suicide hotline, and everything I'm about to say is not going to be popular with TIs, but if you have to call the suicide hotline, you have to go to the doctor. You have to call someone that you trust. Whatever you have to do to prevent yourself from taking your own life, then do that. Do that. And like I said, that's not popular with TIs. I know it because I know what they do to us. If we were to show up in the emergency room, they would commit us. I understand. But you know what? I'd rather that happen than for you to take your own life because they don't deserve for you to die because of what they're doing to you. You deserve to live. This life is not easy. It's not easy. I know it. I know it firsthand because I go through it and have been for years. Get targeted very hard for years. So I understand. But you can do it. You can do it. And if you do not have a relationship with God, please get one because He's going to help you through this. He's going to help you. The Holy Spirit is going to guide you through every step of the way. So please get a relationship with God. Take care of yourself every single day. Whether you're feeling good that day or not, take care of yourself mentally, spiritually, and physically every single day. That's what we have to do to stay grounded with all of this because it's a lot coming at a person. So I wanted to say that. But also, I wanted to say that the video also brought up the fact that we need support. We need support, and we have to build our support in this community. Um, I was thinking to myself, I said, that lady probably, and I don't know her, I don't know anything about her, but she shared a few things on her video, and I was thinking that she probably didn't have the support that she needed to deal with all of this. This is a lot. I was thinking to myself, what if all she needed was a hug? What if all she needed was a listening ear? What if all she needed was for someone to say, you're not alone? I understand. This is happening to me too. What if all she needed was a warm meal, a jacket, a few dollars, someone to talk to, someone to hang out with, someone who could say to her, I can relate. I can relate. And this is how I got through what you're going through. What if that's all she needed? A lot of times we don't need anything big. We just need somebody to say, I am there. I am available. You can talk to me. That's all. You would be surprised how support can take you a long way. It really can. Just to know that someone is there for you, it can mean so much to a person who has been in isolation and who's been going through all this stuff. I was just thinking to myself, she probably didn't even need much. She probably goes day after day after day dealing with all this targeting by herself, and that's a hard thing to do. Some people literally have no one. Literally. So if you're the type of person who is woe is me, think about people like this lady who just couldn't do it anymore. She's willing to check out. Just think about that. And so it made me think how we really, it really does take a village. It really does. And I know that we as TIs, we have a hard time trusting people, even people who say they're TIs. Trust me, I know. I've had TIs in my house who have stolen from me. Well, I won't even go into it, but trust me, I know. I know it's hard to trust other TIs, but we've got to figure out how we can create the support that we need. Now, maybe there's something out there that I don't know of, but I was thinking it sure would have been nice if the lady could have called someone to say, you know what, this is what I need. I live in this area and this is what I need. I just need to meet another TI in my area. I mean, maybe a list like that exists and I just don't know about it. I don't know, but I know we need to put some kind of system in place where we are helping one another. Wouldn't it be beautiful if we had communities of TIs? And some sort of check and balance system where we can confirm that people really are who they say they are. Wouldn't that be nice? It's a COINTELPRO tactic, you guys, to keep us separated, to keep us infighting, to keep us from coming together to help and support one another. Because one of the main goals of this program is to remove all support from the target. All support. Family, friends, social networks, work, and even this community to keep us separated. Now, I've tried many times to put things in place, and other people have tried as well, but they fall apart because TIs don't trust. So I'm posing the question to you guys. I am willing to try again because this lady really just made me think about how we need that support. It should be there. It should be there. It could be anything small, could change a person's life. I gave away bags of clothes the other week, that stuff that I don't wear anymore, that I pulled out of the drawers in the closets, and I took them up to the secondhand store. But I was thinking as I was driving up there, it would be nice if I knew some TIs that could use this stuff. I mean, it was nothing fancy, but I mean, maybe somebody could have used it. So things like that. Maybe somebody has some extra pair of shoes or extra coat that would make a difference to somebody who's sleeping on the streets, who needs a warm coat and a blanket. Maybe someone has extra food that they can share. Maybe you're a person who doesn't mind talking on the phone to people and you're really good at listening and giving support. Maybe you're someone who knows how to fix a car, and a TI in your area needs her car or his car fixed. We all have something we can offer. That's what I'm trying to say. But at the same time, I want to put this out there. Be careful of just meeting people. Don't just bring anybody to your house. Take the same precautions you would meet it. Excuse me. Take the same precautions you would use if you met a total stranger from anywhere else. Okay, just because a person says a TI says that they are a TI does not mean that they can be trusted. Okay, now I'm not saying don't trust anybody, but I'm saying don't trust everybody, and definitely don't be bringing people to your house. I don't care if they say they're a TI or not. Okay, just be very, very careful with that. um but at the same time, you don't always have to bring people to your house to help them. You can meet somebody in public. You can, as I said, it could be on the phone, it could be over email, and it doesn't have to be on a regular basis. Maybe we could put something in place just when someone needs something, like this lady. I would have been willing to bring her some food. She mentioned that she was hungry. If she was in San Francisco, she's not far from me. I definitely would have met her somewhere. I would have brought her some food. So it's little things like that that can help someone. But like I said, at the same time, take extra precaution, because I'm thinking of a situation where I met someone who told me that they were a TI, kind of called me out of the blue. Just I don't know how the person got my number, but anyway, that didn't bother me because I talk to people all the time. And so the person called me and said they were a TI, and they were very emotional. I could hear the emotion in their voice because all this stuff was going on. And I was getting a lot of red flags. And so that's something that we have to pay attention to. Make sure we're not paranoid, but don't ignore the red flags. And so this person, out of the blue, as I said, started calling me, and it was every day, and it was every day. And I decided to do a little research. And the research I did was not good, because the person had a rap sheet from here to Alaska. The person had been to jail for murder recently, for all kinds of fraud, for you name it, it was on that person's rap sheet. And I realized quickly that I was dealing with a very dangerous person. And so you do have to be careful, and that's not to scare anyone, but that's just saying put your safety precautions into play when you meet anybody new. Okay, because we know that this community is heavily, heavily, heavily infiltrated. And so we have to be careful. But I also know that it is a COINTELPRO tactic to keep us from helping each other. And we have to make sure that we take care of one another. Communities back in the day, they took care of each other. If somebody needed some sugar, you can go knock on somebody's door. If somebody needed someone to watch somebody's child, just keep an eye on my house because my child's coming home from school and they're going to be in there by themselves. You had your neighbor's phone number and you would tell your child, call Miss Jane Doe down the street when you come home. So that used to be the way it was back in the day. But of course, we're dealing with a different beast because we're targeted. But there's nothing stopping us but us from creating our own community. We could have everything we need. There's every sort of talent you could think of in the TI community. Trust me, I've talked to a lot of people who are very talented in this community. We have electricians, we have carpenters, we have people who know how to build houses, we have mechanics, we have cooks. I know somebody who cooks, I know somebody who bakes, I know somebody who sews, I know somebody who crochets. It's all here. But we can't bring it together. And I don't understand that. This lady should not have felt like that. She should not have driven to a doggone cliff to jump off. That I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I really don't. I really don't. And like I said, I've been betrayed more than I could ever describe by the people of this community. But I'm still willing to help. I'm still willing to help in any small way that I can. I don't have everything. I don't have a lot. I don't have, but I mean, I promise you I would have took that lady some food. I really would have. Anything small that we can do for one another. Anything. Anything. And maybe it wouldn't be you taking food, but maybe it would be you saying, I can help with this, or, they can call me, or, I don't know. I'm not saying open your home to people. I'm not saying that because, like I said, I tried that and that didn't work out. So that won't be happening again. But we've got to help each other. So please leave your comments on your thoughts on how we can make this happen, because I just hate to see people there's someone feeling like that lady probably every second in the TI community all around this world. And there has to be something that we do to help one another. So until, we get people in our areas that we can connect with or whatever, I just want to remind you guys that I do have a talk show conference call every Sunday. For those of you who are interested, some support is better than none. So even if your support has to be over the phone, at least it's some support. And for me, it's very important for me to process what's happening with me. And as I said in another video, I have really slowed, I don't know if that's a word, slowed down, however you say it, okay? I have really cut back. Let me use that word. I have really cut back on talking about the TI stuff all the time, because I do know that is one of the ways that they keep us connected to them, is for always thinking about them and talking about them. So as I said in another video, my subjects have changed because I have a lot of interest in a lot of things that's going on in this world, and it all affects us. So that's what you hear me talking about lately in my videos. But I do reserve Sundays on my call to talk about what's happening, because I'm a person that needs to process, and I wasn't finding that support that I needed. And so the Lord led me to create the support that I felt I needed. And so it is there. It is available for all of us. The platform is for all TIs and non-TIs. Some people just want to come and find out what a target individual is. So you are welcome to come to the call, is what I'm trying to say. And the times have been changing lately, just because I have other stuff going on Sunday sometimes. But lately we've been 2:30 Pacific Standard Time, which is 5:30 Eastern, okay, every Sunday. And the telephone number is 724-444-7444. It will ask you for a call ID, and the ID number is 114616. So please feel free to come You can just listen. You're not obligated to talk, but if you want to talk, the platform is shared with everyone, because I know how important it is to just kind of process what we're going through. And people are there for support. And there are many people that come to the call that have been targeted for years, and they know a lot about targeting and different aspects of targeting and things like that. So you're welcome to come to the call. But again, I would like for you guys to just leave your thoughts on how we can create a community so that we can help people like this lady, how we can network with other TIs in our area, how we can create buddy lists, or whatever your thoughts are. Please leave your comments in the comment section. And thank you for listening.